white sauce. So just pretend you're making a cauliflower cheese. Now,
A cauliflower cheese? I don't want to pretend that, sorry.
let's take
Was the water boiling, by the way? I don't think so.
a little bit of parmesan.
A little bit. It's a cheesy pasta. Okay, a little bit. Okay, a little bit.
And there we have it, the gnocchi Sophie Loren.
He doesn't even know how to say Sophia Loren. The gnocchi Sophie Loren. It's time to react to Marco Pierre White gnocchi. As you know, Marco Pierre White never impressed me with his Italian cooking. In fact, his Italian recipes are a disaster. Now I'm here enjoying this beautiful plate of spaghetti, and I really hope that Marco is gonna be a good man. It doesn't make me upset. Just in case Marco ruins my appetite, let me have a forchettata of pasta.
For a century or more, the hoteliers and restaurateurs of the world have named dishes after famous people.
I didn't know that. Okay.
The Savoy Hotel in London created an open omelette and called it Arnold Bennett.
It really stresses me out how he speaks. It really stresses me out. The way he talks.
Maxime's in Paris named a dish of oysters after Christian Dior. And in the 60s, a famous Italian restaurant named a gnocchi dish made with gorgonzola after Sophie Loren.
Doesn't even know how to say gnocchi, doesn't know how to say gorgonzola. And this guy wants to teach you how to make gnocchi. Okay.
So today, we're going to make that dish.
These are pre-made gnocchi. These are gnocchi from the shop. Like these are from Tesco in England. They are bad quality, I can say. They're not good quality. And he's a Michelin star chef. He's using this embarrassing gnocchi. Wow. You can buy good gnocchi, you know? You can buy good gnocchi from the shops. You just need to buy the right brand. These are not good. Look at that. They got different colors. Look, one side of the gnocchi is white, one side of the gnocchi is yellow, the other side is dark orange. That's poor quality gnocchi.
The way they made it was with gorgonzola, which is an Italian blue. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use Long Clawson's 1912. So it's an exact replica.
Okay, it's a sponsored video. I'm pretty sure this cheese, the blue cheese is beautiful. We got the Parmigiano over there, the blue cheese, beautiful. Gnocchi with 4 cheeses, my wife's favorite. You get 4 cheeses, and usually I use gorgonzola, pecorino or Parmigiano. You can use some provolone, and you can use, believe it or not, stracciatella, which is what goes inside the burrata. If you can find it, it will take your dish to the next level. I feel like I'm speaking like Marco Pierre White.
But with a British touch.
So you're making a gnocchi recipe alla Sophia Loren. By the way, it was created in Italy, but I don't believe you. And you're telling me that now you put the English touch. Okay, doesn't sound good. Wait, well, you got butter, you got plain flour, double cream, milk. Honestly, do you need these ingredients? These ingredients, so butter and plain flour, maybe use for bechamel. Then double cream, you don't need the double cream if you have bechamel. Or these ingredients, you're telling me this is, you make an Italian gnocchi recipe? I'm really worried.
Oh, hell no!
Let's salt our water and boil it. There's our great white sauce. And how do we make that great white sauce? Flour and butter, make a roux, milk and cream, bit of nutmeg, and that's it. It's just a...
Well, the nutmeg was not in the ingredients. Let me tell you, bechamel, it's a beautiful, beautiful ingredient for lasagna, cannelloni, and everything that you bake. Pasta al forno if you want to. Using bechamel in pasta sauces, yes, it's fine, it's good. But a dish like this doesn't need bechamel. It's a cheesy pasta, gnocchi with cheese. So the gorgonzola is already creamy, the pecorino. I said you can use provolone and stracciatella. If you don't want to use stracciatella, use provolone. It's easy to find everywhere. It will melt beautifully. With a little bit of milk, yes. I actually have a recipe on my YouTube channel how to make 4 cheese pasta and then add walnuts at the end. That's the perfect way to make a beautiful cheese pasta. And there's no such thing like bechamel and cream. No, you don't have to. Milk will combine all the cheeses together. Trust me, do not follow this recipe.
White sauce. So just pretend you're making a cauliflower cheese. Now,
A cauliflower cheese? I don't want to pretend that, sorry.
let's take
Was the water boiling, by the way? I don't think so.
our gnocchi.
Gnocchi normally takes about 2-3 minutes. Fresh gnocchi takes about 2-3 minutes to cook. So why are you cooking the gnocchi first if your sauce is not ready? Sauce first, pasta after. Now your gnocchi are going to be ready, maybe because the water is not boiling. Your gnocchi will be ready before the sauce. Marco Pierre White, Michelin star chef. Ma che dici? Ma che fai?
And when they come to the boil and they start to float, that's when they're cooked.
And something else you need to learn, because a Michelin star chef doesn't teach you. When you put the gnocchi in the pot, first you need a large pot. That's the smallest pot I've ever seen, and the gnocchi are suffering. Second, you do not touch it. You put the gnocchi in there, okay? Boiling water, put the gnocchi in there, and the gnocchi will come up on top by themselves. You don't need to go like that. You never do that.
They'll take approx 2.5 minutes.
So you're telling me in 2.5 minutes you make the sauce, and okay? You're not showing us how to make the bechamel?
I'm going to sit my dish on top of my pan. This is a great little tip. It acts as a lid, but at the same time you're warming your dish up.
That's great. That's like when you make Alfredo sauce.
There's nothing worse than putting hot food into a cold dish.
True. I wish you showed us how to make bechamel because it's so easy. I have a great recipe on my YouTube channel, how to make bechamel sauce.
Here we are. So our dish is hot, and as you can see, they're starting to float to the surface.
I didn't see them boiling. I haven't seen them boiling yet.
He's lying!
So once they float, they're cooked.
Are you scared of pasta water, Marco? Huh? Don't be scared, pasta water is good.
Into the hot sauce.
My baby son is crying, he was sleeping, he just woke up. He's crying, saying, what's going on with this gnocchi? I know, Alessandro. Marco Pierre White is doing gnocchi like that. I know, I'm telling him not to do it, but what can I do? He's a famous chef. I know. Guys, Alessandro said, please don't follow this recipe. I've got the recipe on my channel. Come on, Marco Pierre White, you woke up my son. Come on, please. This is what you do, see? There's no love, there's no passion in this video, there's no passion in this recipe. The only passionate thing is Sophia Loren. You use Sophia Loren's name.
Water. If you don't drain them, then that water,
What are you about to say? And this is funny, let's listen.
then that water dilutes your sauce.
I agree, when you have lots of sauces, especially lots of tomato sauce, and it's wet, you don't need extra water, because if the sauce is already wet, you don't need to put any extra water. In this case, we're talking about drops. We're not talking about half a mug. It's drops. It doesn't do anything to the bechamel.
A little bit of parmesan.
A little bit. It's a cheesy pasta. A little bit. Okay, a little bit. Please, guys, go and see my 4-cheese pasta. Please, I beg you.
Take some of our gnocchi. So just layer
It's so much heavier with bechamel. You don't need that.
it. Then you can taste the sauce, and you can taste the individual cheese. Now, take some Stilton and just crumb it.
I do like the cheese, but I wish you mix the gnocchi first. Put the mix with the cheese together, mix everything together, okay? And then you put, because I believe you're gonna bake this, you put the gorgonzola, in this case, the whatever you're using there, in the middle and on top.
In quite generous chunks. So beautiful.
Really? That doesn't look beautiful. Tasty? Yes. Beautiful? No.
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
The saltiness of the Stilton, the creaminess of the white sauce.
So you completely cover the top with this cheese, when instead you should have used that amount, or even less, in between the middle part and the top part. This is gonna overtake. It's gonna overtake.
That little zing of Stilton just takes it to another level. So now we bake in the oven for approx 2 minutes. That's all. And always
You basically want the cheese to melt. Yeah, when I make cheese pasta, you don't have to, but there's nothing wrong in baking the gnocchi with the cheese. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to do.
is just melting it all into one. So the Parmesan is gluing everything together with the cheese.
I just wish you mix the pasta with the cheese first and the cream, like mix it well together, and you put it in the pan and do layers with extra Parmigiano and extra Gorgonzola.
And there we have it, the gnocchi Sophie Lorraine, but with Stilton.
What did he say?
And there we have it, the gnocchi Sophie Lorraine.
He doesn't even know how to say Sophia Loren. The gnocchi Sophie Loren. Did he say Sophie Loren? Listen to this again.
And there we have it, the gnocchi Sophie Lorraine.
The gnocchi Sophie Loren. The gnocchi Sophia Loren. It's so easy to say. You Michael Pierre Black. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on. No Marco Pierre White. Michael Pierre Black.
But with Stilton, not Gorgonzola. Delicious.
Nothing wrong using Stilton. I can use Stilton. It's fine to replace Gorgonzola, but just the process. What's delicious? I can even see the gnocchi.
And full of flavour.
It's swimming. It's swimming in what's that? What is that? That's what you find in a cheap restaurant. Not to mention names. This is cheap. This is bad. This is like a soup that you just put together like that. There's no love. I'm glad you said Sophie Loren, because Sophia Loren would be angry if you mentioned Sophia Loren.
Incredibly rich, like Sophie Lorraine.
Did she say Sophie Loren again?
And incredibly rich, like Sophie Lorraine.
You did it again, Sophie. What's wrong with Sophia? It's her name, Sophia. Your name is Marco. I'm not calling you Michael. Anyway, this guy always stressed me out. I think this is the last video I'm gonna react of Marco Pierre White, because you guys know he's not trusted for Italian food videos. So there is no need to keep watching this guy. Like, there's nothing to learn. The only thing is they make me angry, and I haven't finished my pasta. I've got a little bit more, but I'm not eating it. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I'm so sorry you have to watch this with me. He always makes me angry. So I will see you in the next Vincenzos Plate video recipe, I hope. And I hope you guys go and watch my 4 cheese video, because it's done the right way. I add walnuts at the end. You can use any type of pasta. I use penne, but you can use gnocchi. Or you can make my gnocchi cacio e pepe. Beautiful, simple, with simple ingredients. And it's delicious. I speak like Marco now. So guys, thank you. Let me know what you think of this Marco Pierre White. I'm sure back in the days it was great. I'm sure it's still great. I'm sure it must have been good for French food, or maybe English food, but Italian food, stay away from it, please, okay? Thank you so much, and I love you all, guys. See you in the next Vincenzos Plate video. E ora si mangia. Not Sophie Loren, gnocchi, but Vincenzos Plate spaghetti. Ciao.